Akinal told me everything. So glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be the pleasure to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and woods. It would seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Tavner. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent strap to separate them through. Speaking of which, I received a word from Tancred not a short while ago. He waits our return to the city on Alza Path. It is good to see you safe. Given the skies, this is all too easy to fear the worst. I'm pleased to report that we succeed in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been failed, and the citizens are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square. Though they say no more than that. Might you have any idea what is this about?
Hello, X Design Plays. We missed you.
X Design. I was just crying my eyes out until now, so now I'm better. I'm trying to understand this game, and I still don't know where this is going because I'm already heartbroken and I'm only level 85. But I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you for being here. So Vitra finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. So Megaduta then? Megaduta. But before that, it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best unlike them. The mounted. Are the beasts all gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. I wonder what the version is. He's the lowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I will see him in the square. Leave me be, please. I swear to you, my flesh taste is absolutely terrible. Oh gods, what are you doing? Scaring me like that. If you're not quite those beasts behind us. The square, you say? Well, that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in the creature's mouth. So many lives lost. Such terrible carnage. And you say there's someone else who would lead Razahan in his stead? However they are, if they say anything to surely the memory of our beloved satrap, I will make them regret it.
Look! Someone's coming!
People of Razathan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. see the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
I'm crying already.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
Oh, yeah, he's the eye.
A dragon!
Wow!
Oh.
People of Vrtra, I am Vrtra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
This song hits the heartstrings hard. Yes.
Let us hope they accept him.
Oh.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Tavner, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Vrtra to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Vrtra will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together. So too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Izael's face.
Indeed.
Weird single clap here. Uh-oh. God.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
Father!
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Vrtra, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
I am satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
Ah.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Tavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Vrtra. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Tavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
Oh.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes.
Yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
Yes, I do.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
Oh. Akasha. The emotions. As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nidhana said, that the cause of his phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to... I don't know! I don't know! Oh, level 85 still! The Radiant Host Soldier has a message for the Science. Greetings, Honor Science of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Cetra. Brave Science, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alles matters here at Megadukta. Prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of my appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The fest he speaks of awaits you at Merides Mayhem. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Oh, and to you, Hestia, there is someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. Why am a lot to detain you further? May you spare a moment of your time? A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now? This must be important. Worry not, we will save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Thank you, friend. Whenever you're ready, please join me at the Aether Plaza. I shall go ahead. Oh, I cannot attune yet. Access to Aether, you see, there has been restricted to select a few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency. A risk it could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the satrap has decided that such restriction would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aether before proceeding along the corridor. Yay! Yeehaw! Oh, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Hudson's military operation. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Oh, look at that! Gridania, Lomison, Uda, Alamiga. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, the music is so nice! Oh, so you're the famous Hestia? I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Shinabda, please. You are speaking to the satrap's honored guest and the savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally than... Oh, click it. I'm late for dinner. I hear you've been to Kigani, where you have seen all sorts of foreign embassies and whatnot. Well, we got them here in Hadhunter. Other lands send delegates to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. And there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Central. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? They are residents from Doma. Ah. Uda and Alamigo. Link Salamisa. Gridania. Oh, he's cute. And last but never let it be said least, Ishgar. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Hadzahan and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders request a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in a high demand, huh? And so, would you mind regarding us with your own account? Do just before you indulge yourself. I thank you for the report. The conditions under which means are turned to beasts. The etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the sky turns red. This contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as the report of the calamity here in Tavner reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our far eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burned only over the bounty, including this island and Corvus. Alas, that is of little comfort. All through Allies lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant cousin. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Hadzahan, we've taken the calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemous. As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in the future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put their people's mind at ease. They prevent panic and fear from spreading. They say brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Now you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess widely different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They will tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine. Ah, so we're gonna be for healer, for tank? Ready to do all of them? Pray for giving Shirabat her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times. What is that word? Boisterous? But it is simple her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You'll be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way they may? I have no sense of direction. Noisy, energetic, and cheerful. Okay, thank you. Truly? A remarkable workness for such a well-traveled adventure anyway. Okay. I know where to go. I know where to go. Welcome. When this satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I hear all about Cousin from your friend Garatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Mary's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Chai. As you wish, pray joy your friends and I will bring you your drink. Oh, we have a special table here. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you? Pray tell. Our allies have sent military delegates? That's news to me. Mind sharing the details? No spirits, no spirits.
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend. May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Elbows.
So advised the Watcher. What could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead. Elidibus.
Oh my god!
I sealed him in the White Horus site of the Crystal Tower back on the first. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea, naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
I'm gonna talk to Elidibus. There is truly no other way.
Yes, we can but act and hope for the best.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can.
No.
I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
Aww.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends, and end begins.
Lead the balls! Now then, is there anything we forgot to mention? Are your arms and armor in a good order? Yep. In that case, it's time we each attend to our tasks. And when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Rain. Tell her I miss her. Aww. Level 86. 539. Woohoo. Spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower system in the Umbilical. If even the smallest fragment of Elidibus' essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the Umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she is still standing watch at the Ancestor's Gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I'm living my life to the fullest, that I'm happy, hardships and all. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing. We will see each other again ere long. Speak with Lena. Hestia, you returned. Have you been well? You and the others? Then things are much the same for you as they were here. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. Yeah, he is. He say this to you? These exact words? Oh, to know that he's happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Hestia, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futil a request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the questions of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages over how we should run the city in the Exarch absence. Most are of a mind that the settlement council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our Lord. No one could. Have you recently observed any unusual phenomena? must say there have been... Curious that you should ask me these questions, though. Some days ago, Rain came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Uh-oh. She and other Crystarium youth just hosted a festival, you see? It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparation for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me a happy and full of life. So when I saw her in the state of such a worry, I couldn't help but feel worry in return, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. Confide. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? You wish to enter the umbilicus. Very well. I shall fetch the key at once and take the opportunity to find Rain. Please, wait for me in the city in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Shall we say? I will be along as soon as I can. Skip! Do my old eyes deceived? Is that truly Hestia? It is. So glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend? What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us. And at the most opportune time. Because you have here, we are planning to produce a Tom Chronicling event from the flood to the knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tomb, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is the key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing this pretty vessel, I gain valuable insights into the travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offer you the greatest struggle? Oh yes, Titania, the fallen fairy king. Against such a friendly, playful opponent. I can well imagine that even the War of Darkness must have struggled. But you succeed in this setting them free. And your victory proved a pivotal moment in your quest. You will see that it features prominently in the tomb. I know you love to talk here ear off more, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Elmore won't collect themselves. Of course. And afterwards, Would you care to join me off 40? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your trade size. Till the next time then. To tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend, in particular, remind him not to overexert himself. Again and again, till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to the heart. War of Darkness? It's her! It's literally her! What are you doing here? If you're going to the battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. That's not Ricky. You'd only give her a stomachache. We come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight. But first we need to choose a fighting style. Why I know that I want to be a mage. RQ isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe. Or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide. So I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. He isn't here? Oh, why don't you have the War of Darkness just for you? What do you think suits Aku's best? Axe, sword, or bow? The axe, if you took up the axe, you could be just like Ardbert, the War of Light. I love the tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide War of Darkness. I will start the style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Aww. Such fun she's been having basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms, a wide-eyed youngling. But does she spare a throw for me? Of course not. I waited and waited and waited, but she won't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though they are right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Cold and cruel and heartless. If you truly miss me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you call with twice the passion next time. Thought for there to be a next time. You've some few struggles to overcome. So my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, isn't it? How do I know this? Join as we are, spying on you as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we five folk inbound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Oh! But here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits of a tale's end. My apologies for the delay. Still, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. I'm relieved to hear that everyone's is well. I've had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that. I'm the Oracle of Light, but I never spoken with Heidelin. Never once hear her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, thought that connection has hovered as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely disappeared. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing, no one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Esther, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. I wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Emerald has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the first. So don't worry about us, please. Look only for the treat before you. We're fine right now, and even if you weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we will hold on until we can find a way to save all of our words. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purple's banner. Beneath a blazing sky. Oh, I got a weapon! For now. Let's see. I'm curious. I'm curious about the path the story is taking me. So I hope it's gonna be good surprise in the end. We're gonna have a good surprises.